Go. YouTube viewers, there will be a timestamp in the description below to skip right to the gameplay, which shouldn't be too long. But anywho, so here we are, part 3 of the first Assassin's Creed. It's definitely been interesting to go back to this game. So far, we don't know much. We've taken out 6 of the 9 targets that Al-Mualim has told us we need to take out in order to redeem ourselves and get back to our rank. Going vintage Dudley boys, yeah? Get the tables! But we've done 6 of those 9 targets, and I'm currently in Damascus, getting ready to head into the Middle District to go on to target number 7. I am going to do my best to finish this game tonight for 2 reasons. Number 1, I feel like I'm getting close to the end. I've only got 3 more targets, and then it's just end game, which I don't remember being a whole lot. And then I also really want to get to Assassin's Creed 2 because this game is just kind of in all honesty. I feel like it's a necessary chapter in the game, at least, especially in terms of Desmond's storyline. Plus, it was really kind of cool just to, you know, going from Mirage just a couple weeks ago, which is at the current moment in time, the latest release, all the way back to the first release. So it was kind of cool to see the whole series go full circle like that. So yeah, let's start syncing viewpoints and doing some investigations. One thing that I did talk about at the beginning of this stream, at the beginning of this playthrough, was I was actually just playing a bunch of Mirage before this, so I'm going to have to remember that Mirage is a lot different from this game. But one thing I did before I started this game, at the beginning of this playthrough, was I went through some of the lore in between games, and I was going to do the same upon completion of this one, and fill in some of the lore between this one and the second one. However, because there was a couple spin-off games, there was at least one spin-off game that focused more on Altair. There was also a book that was released, and I think maybe even something else that was released surrounding Altair. However, after I do Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, comes Assassin's Creed Revelations. And for those of you that are familiar with the series, you will know that Assassin's Creed Revelations also covers a decent chunk of Altair's story after this game. So, I'm going to hold off on talking about any of the lore that happens in between this game and the second game, because a lot of that will get filled in with Revelations. And I did read a little bit about, there was a PSP game that came out after this game in 2009, which is the same year Assassin's Creed 2 was released, and I think some of the plot in that game is referenced in Revelations. So to not have any spoilers for Revelations, we're going to hold off on filling in some of the lore. There's still a little bit we can touch on, but in regards of anything with Altair, we're going to hold off on that for a small bit. Whoops.
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning. Well, I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Nemair, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look in your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Nemair and get that letter.
So what I'll end up doing is I'll play Revelations, and then any other lore that's not talked about between the second game and this game, or yeah, I will fill that in as I play Revelations, or after I play Revelations, because I'm pretty sure there's some stuff that's not talked about, but I don't want to ruin anything in Revelations. How far away is this dude?
Away with you.
There he is.
Stop it, please!
Altair, here. Take this. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now I can finally return to Masyaf. Last time I offered to do someone a favor.
Okay, so just like the past 3 targets, we have to do 3 investigations before we can continue.
Shouldn't be here. Be gone. And exalted is he. Kill him! Stop him! He makes Kratos victory.
So there was investigation number 1. See how quickly we can get to investigation number 2. While we wait for this glorious viewpoint here, hopefully you got yourself a Monte or something similar, or a drink of your, a drink or beverage. I guess a drink is a beverage of your choice that you can enjoy during the stream. All right, we actually got a couple things off of this viewpoint, so that's really cool. This one viewpoint actually gave us a pickpocket, an interrogation, and an informer assassination challenge. So I'll probably, honestly, just do the pickpocket and the interrogation because they're right here, and we'll just move right along. Yeah, viewpoint came in handy. That's sweet. Yeah, because there were several that didn't do me much before.
There will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours, has always been ours. And it is our duty to defend it until death. The Crusaders must be destroyed.
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You'll find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa.
And thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this. Praise be Salahadin.
Come on, bud, move.
Stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake. It's our very existence.
Seriously? You've got to be kidding me right now. So because a guy shoved me, now the guards want to kill me, and I can't do this pickpocket. That is dumb. That was really stupid.
Why are you doing this to me? I've done nothing wrong. Please, someone do something.
Fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor. What is it that you want to God, fighting for what we believe in? There is no greater glory than this. I stand before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Jaffa,
You know what? Fine. I'll just go over the wall.
he will march on Jerusalem like a child. We must end this. Before it has a chance to begin. Which is why he is ours. Has always been ours.
I have no idea, honestly.
Our duty
Come
to
see what I
defend it
have.
until death.
Everything's
The
new.
Crusaders
Everything
must
perfectly
be
priced.
destroyed.
Ow! I could have been killed.
Watch it.
I beg of you.
Surrounded by
Evvelki
false
sefer elimizden
knowledge
kurtuldu.
created by
Bu sefer
wicked men
kaçmasına
who
izin
seek
verme.
dominion of
Hey, durdurun onu!
Oh, shit. Okay, you know what?
Geri yenemeyeceksin.
I'm not going to interrogate that guy because right back here is an eavesdrop. So we're just going to eavesdrop on somebody else's conversation and then we'll be done.
Before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours. Has always been ours. It is our
Go away.
duty to defend it until death. Crusaders must be destroyed now. Be wary, friends. The shaitan is everywhere.
Leave this place. Sözünüzün dört açıp geri dönecek.
I need food. And
Hele bu yediklerini.
I bumped into somebody.
Çekil kendini. Çabuk olayın. Gel buraya. Belki farkında değil.
I'm too impatient is the problem.
Kovalayın. Hayret. Sanki yer yarıldı içine girdi.
Like, because the thing is, whenever you run in this game, it's considered a high-profile action, which the guards will, like, pay attention to. And too many high-profile actions around a guard, and, like, eventually they'll pursue you.
Please. Just a few coins, please. My family's sick and dying.
Then I can also do this blend thing.
Coins.
They'll pay less attention to me, but he walks so damn slow, I don't have the patience for it.
or I'll make you.
I beg of you. I beg of you.
Be
Just
gone,
a few
pest.
coins, please. Please don't leave. Just a few coins.
Then whenever the thing in the top left corner turns red,
Please, can't you spare something?
they're like
Poor and sick and hungry.
looking for something, I guess.
I'm poor and sick and hungry. All I ask is for a few coins. All I ask is
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
Okay, so now I can head back to the Assassin Bureau.
Show me what kind of man you are, Chekhov.
But I can head back to the Bureau, get my feather, and then I can go assassinate the target. And that'll be target number 1 of 3 for the day, number 7 of 9 total.
You won't find battle prices anywhere. Fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say...
You are wise, which is why you've come to me.
I mean, unless you're nostalgic for this particular game,
You dare steal in my presence?
I almost don't recommend this game unless you're nostalgic for it or you are just interested in playing the whole series. Otherwise, it's like you might as well just kind of move on to the next game.
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Salahadin's chief scholar?
Yes, he's turned the other scholars of the city to his cause. Together they intend to work a great evil.
How?
They're collecting the city's knowledge, all its written works.
For what purpose?
To destroy them.
And where will this be done?
They move throughout the city, but first they meet at the Madrasa al-Qalasa. If I go there, I should find Jubair.
Excellent work as always, Altair. You can stop him before he has a chance to strike again.
That's the plan, my guy.
With your permission, Rafiq.
Of course. You're free to begin whenever you are ready. Bring glory to the Brotherhood, Altair.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Alright, and he's not far away, which is good.
Die, thief!
Let me go.
بس حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك.
You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
Every single text in this city must be destroyed.
My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious
I love how the
writings.
one stack of books
You
the
do
guy
anything
keeps
for
throwing
them?
into the fire
Yes.
don't get smaller.
Yes, of course.
Then join them! Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me?
Damn.
Good. Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city, collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
That's right, everybody leave. Of course, he's gonna leave with him. Wait. I gotta assassinate all of them.
You need something?
Fantastic.
Go pester someone else. Die, infidel! To the infidel! You will not get away from me! Death to the infidel! Out of the way! Out of the way! I'll get you! I see him! Cover!
Bring forward your writings! Place them in the fire before me! This won't be Jesus' mercy on my soul!
Get him! Get him!
Kime bu oyunu yemek istiyorsun?
I'll get you!
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Kime bu oyunu yemek istiyorsun?
How can one expect to defeat?
Seni gözün kapalı bile yenerim. Seni yenemeyeceğim. Gel buraya. Yoksa ederim.
I can't escape. Huh? Well, what am I doing now?
Kime bu oyunu yemek istiyorsun? Kovalayın! Kime bu oyunu yemek istiyorsun? Kaçmasına izin vermeyin! Kovalayın! Çekil önümden yoksa ederim! Gel buraya! Gel buraya! Bu kadar bakındığım yeter. Hazır olunca ortaya çıkacaksın.
They seem safe, but it is a trick. Fell words give way to evil deeds. Look around.
All right, where are you? You are not supposed to be here. Leave.
Oh, yeah. Always. Always the last one.
Consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor. You are not supposed to be here.
Kime bu oyunu yemek istiyorsun?
Don't let him get away!
Gel buraya! Bu tarafta!
Alright. To hell with you then.
You'll never get away!
İşte kaçıyor! Durdurun!
أردت الأمر على ذلك.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Geber kafir! Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Geber kafir!
Yeah, the enemies definitely get a little bit more to handle in late game.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
See how well you handle this.
Out of the damn way!
Why?
Finally.
Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. It's an illness for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
Oh shit.
Çekil kenara. Çabuk. Gel buraya. Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Geber kafir. Geldim. Gel buraya.
God damn it, Altair. Yeah, they were nice enough to wait for the cutscene to end. I gotta give them that. I need a hiding spot like yesterday. Shit. The controlling Altair to make sudden movements is not very easy. We'll put it that way. Otherwise, I would have been able to hide back there. 6 wanted stars. Yeah.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life!
This is also probably where, like, helping the citizens would really come in handy, because then there might be those groups that might fight with me, you know, or, you know, try to protect me at least. But, oh well, we got it done.
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life!
Yes, fast forward memory to Masyaf. I'm really, really glad they added that in there, because the travel back and forth is just so bleh in this game.
Welcome home, child. What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete, and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask, and I will answer.
Why these men? Jubair and Sabrand?
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes. But this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes. To reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them.
Looks like Al-Mualim has all of his fingers.
To steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.
All right. So now we head to Acre, I think, is the next one.
That man seems to be in a hurry.
Yep. Yeah, we'll just go straight to the Bureau.
When you are exposed, throwing soldiers from rooftops and into structures.
Okay, so we got to go to the middle district, and we'll start with this viewpoint right here, which is nearby. So going to the Bureau first is the way to go. It honestly bothers me in this game how, like, this city is so, like, dull and blue, but the other one is, like, nice and vibrant. Like, why is the color palette changing from city to city? Is it just to, I guess, put forth the point that they're different cities? I don't know. That's a weird choice to me.
Si vous l'apercevez, ne le laissez pas s'enfuir.
It's a flaw in the Animus. You know, that... I gotta give you that one. Because, that's good. That's really good. Like, that's probably the best explanation we're gonna get. Looks like we got another challenge up here.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Tis it?
I hear you're looking for information on Sibran. Karm's found something you'd probably find useful. Best track him down if you want it.
Way over there.
He just killed someone!
Probably gonna have to be anonymous in order to get it, so might as well do this now. I mean, yeah, the story of the Animus is actually interesting in and of itself. We'll learn a little bit more about it, but there's a reason they call Desmond Subject 17.
You were not allowed to be here. Leave.
Safety and peace, brother. I've been looking everywhere for you. I stole this letter earlier today. Read it over. Hopefully it'll be of use.
Looks like there's a viewpoint right over there. Okay, and we've got an informer assassination challenge right back here, and then we've got an interrogation over there.
Complaints and concerns must be presented to the guild representative at the court of the chain. Failure to comply will result in imprisonment. Baker Port is now under the jurisdiction of Master Sibran, exalted leader of the Knights Teutonic. All crew members are to be turned over to the Order for conscription into the fleet. All docked vessels must be cleared of crew and cargo. Captains are to present themselves to a representative from the Teutonic Order for reassignment. Any attempt to maintain possession of a claimed vessel will be punished severely.
Get it up, fight you one.
Talk.
It's not my fault. I'm only following orders. If you want your ship back, speak with the court.
That's not what I'm after.
Then what?
Sabrand's claimed near 100 ships. For what purpose?
A blockade. They're to sail for open water and establish a perimeter.
For what? Does Salah ad-Din intend to strike from sea?
No, it's not he we defend against, but ships from home. To deny Richard more troops.
Why would one of Richard's own want to see him weakened in this way?
I don't know. Ask Sibrand. They're his orders. I'm just meant to carry them out. Now, please, let me go. I've told you all I know.
I'm sorry. I cannot risk you telling him I'm here.
Right in the girt.
You're not supposed to be here. Leave.
Odd. Why would you do that?
Did they let you into the city, or did you fight your way in?
He got a taste of Altair's blue
Perhaps
steel.
I should be more respectful, as I myself now require your help. I spent too much time in the harbor brothel last night, and insulted a Teutonic knight's wife, or so I am told. Now there is a group of them after me. Could you give me a hand or a blade? If you return before I leave the city, I will give you the benefit of my wisdom.
Fantastic. Stealth assassinate all targets. Okay.
What? What is it that you want?
Someone tell me why he's doing that.
There's one. There's two.
Don't do that again, understand? Where's the one responsible for this?
Il n'a pas pu quitter la ville, alors restez aux aguets.
There's three.
The family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
God.
You are a lucky man. You are alive, and I am still in Akka. Here is what I have to tell you. The only thing more dangerous than a drunken sailor is one who is also angry. I know it does not seem like much, but with your wisdom, I am sure it will help.
Okay, back to the Assassin Bureau.
Voleur! Tu paieras cher pour tes crimes. I've got what you
Einmal
want.
schon habt ihr ihn
Coins,
verloren.
all
Lasst
right.
ihn nicht noch
Put a few
einmal
coins.
entfliehen.
The family's sick
Doch
and
wovor
dying.
flieht ihr? You dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that.
Careless can one get?
You better not cause any
It's going to hurt someone, I know it.
We must not be of his mind.
Greetings, Altair. What news?
Al-Muallim has named another. Calls himself Sabrand.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic, he resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Akka's port.
Yes, I've learned as much, and more.
Continue then.
Sabrand is said to be consumed by fear, driven mad by the knowledge that his death approaches. He has sealed the docks district, and now hides within waiting for his ship to arrive.
This will make things dangerous. I wonder how it is he learned of your mission.
The men I've killed, they are all connected.
That dude has all of his fingers too.
My deeds has spread among them.
Be on your guard, Altair. Altair.
Yes, Rafiq.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believed myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend.
It's either suspicious or an oversight from the developers. It's like because obviously, like when I played through Mirage, I noticed a lot of the other assassins didn't have their ring finger. So I almost wonder if they didn't go into that big a detail. You know, they probably just assumed nobody else was going to give a shit. But I also don't think the whole, like, missing ring finger lore had been established yet. So it might also not have been as important in this game either.
What the hell is he doing?
I just assume that anybody in the as part of the assassins would be missing a ring finger at this point.
What have I done wrong? Tell me,
You are mistaken, Master Sibrand. I would never propose violence against any man, and most certainly not against you.
So you say, and yet no one here will vouch for you. What am I to make of this?
I live a simple life, my lord, as do all men of the cloth. It is not for us to call attention to ourselves.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they do not know you because you are not a man of God, but an assassin!
Never!
You wear the same robes.
If they cover themselves as we do, it is only to instill uncertainty and fear. You must not give in.
Are you calling me a coward? Challenging my authority? Are you perhaps hoping to turn my own knights against me?
No. I don't understand why you're doing this to me. I've done nothing wrong.
I don't recall accusing you of any wrongdoing, which makes your outburst rather odd. Is it the presence of guilt that compels a confession?
Get him, Altair, right now. Just thought, right in the kidney.
Defiant to the very end.
What do you mean?
William and Garnier were too confident, and they paid for this with their lives. I won't make the same mistake. If you truly are a man of God, then surely the Creator will provide for you. Let him stay my hand.
You've gone mad. Will none of you come forward to stop this? He is clearly poisoned by his own fear, compelled to see enemies where none exist.
Seems the people share my concern. What I do for Acre! Stay vigilant, men. Report any suspicious activity to the guard. I doubt we've seen the last of these assassins. Persistent bastards. Now get back to work.
Yeah, I feel like I should have been able to intervene right there. Because that would have been the most opportune time to get rid of that dude, was right there.
climb tall structures to gain a bird's eye view of them.
Fiche le camp. Einer wieder! Du machst dich im Wiederkommen!
Yes, I do. But I also assume that he can make somewhat of a jump.
Break their line.
Yeah. Yeah, this game, there's several reasons why this game just isn't as good to me as the other ones are. That being one of them. It just seems like Altair should have intervened right there. I mean, I suppose it's not his fight, not his problem, but I don't know. That just... the logic ain't logicking there.
Fine! None of you will lift a hand in defense of your master! I'll take care of this heathen man!
What?
Don't do this.
You are afraid.
Of course I am afraid.
But you'll be safe now, held in the arms of your god.
Have my brothers taught you nothing? I know what waits for me. For all of us.
If not your god, then what?
Nothing. Nothing waits. And that is what I fear.
You don't believe?
How could I, given what I know? What I've seen? Our treasure was the proof.
Proof of what?
That this life is all we have.
Linger a while longer then, and tell me of the part you were to play.
A blockade by sea. To keep the fool kings and queens from sending reinforcements. Once we...
Conquered the Holy Land?
Freed it, you fool. From the tyranny of faith.
Freedom? You worked to overthrow cities, control men's minds, murdered any who spoke against you.
I followed my orders, believing in my cause. Same as you.
Alright, back to the Assassin Bureau.
You'll die for that! Still here where you die! Oh, dem Assassinen! Nicht erscheinen! In verdammten Weg! Nein! Push-die-Move! Verfolgen! Legt euch! Oder ich werde euch über den Haufen rennen! Lasst ihn nicht entscheiden! Bewegt euch! Oder ich werde euch über den Haufen rennen! Glaubst du, einer von ihnen kriegt eine Ruhe! Lasst ihn nicht entkommen! Komm zurück!
Yeah, Altair could have been the 9th century Bobby Boucher.
Altair, you've caused quite a stir.
I've done as requested. Sabran's life is ended.
So it is. So it is. You should ride for Masyaf and inform Al-Muallim of your success.
Yes. I should return and speak to him. of this and other things.
Is everything all right, my friend? You seem distant.
It's nothing, Rafik. Just a lot on my mind.
Talk to me then. Let me help.
I need to make sense of this myself first. But thank you for the offer.
It is the men you kill, isn't it? You feel something for them.
How?
Ah, my friend. You are not meant to enjoy these grim tasks. Regret, uncertainty, sympathy. This is
Well, we got those 2 assassinations done in under an hour, so that's good.
These feelings.
You should embrace them. They are what keep you human.
What if I'm wrong? What if these men are not meant to die? What if they mean well? Misguided, perhaps, but pure in motive.
I am but a Rafik, Altair, and such things are beyond me. Perhaps Al-Mualim can help you to make sense of it.
Yes, perhaps. Thank you, Rafik.
It is my pleasure to have served with one as skilled as you.
That's above my pay grade, Altair.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Alright, memory block 5 is complete. Or no, it's not complete, but the assassination is. Return to Al-Mualim. And looks like we're getting pulled out of the Animus now. So we'll see if I can access the computers this time.
Not a lot of time, Vic.
Understand there's a narrow launch window.
Wherever it's hidden, time to retrieve it.
Working on it.
And when it's done,
He'll be taken care of.
I want that progress report by tomorrow morning.
I've got some work I need to do. So you've got the rest of the night to yourself.
Let's see if I can get...
I think there's a problem with the Animus.
Nope, it's working fine.
I'm pretty sure it just ejected me
I'm
when
pretty sure you should shut up.
You ready to finally tell me what's going on?
We have to stop them, Desmond. When they access that last memory of yours, they're just getting started. They want to change everything. The way we live, the way we think, the way we are. You've gotten the lecture from Vidic about what's wrong with the world, how we need order and discipline, so they're going to give it to us. Only we don't have a say in the matter.
How?
The Templar treasure. They think it...
Miss Stillman?
I'm here.
I need you to upload Desmond's files to the database.
Got it.
Alright, walk away. Okay, she's heading up to his computer, so... I'm probably got to wait for her to leave the room before I can do anything. For those of you that haven't watched the last part, yeah, I guess she just disappeared when I went back to my room. So for those of you that missed the last part, right before going into memory block 5, you have the opportunity to check out these computers. I mistakenly pressed a button next to the bed and didn't get that opportunity. So we're going to see what's on Lucy's computer. So we've got, looks like 5 emails. This is the earliest one right here. Let's see. Found your access key pen again today out by the parking lot. You really need to start keeping it in your pocket instead of letting it hang off of your coat. Try and take better care of your things, Warren. Imagine if security had found it. They'd have us shut down for at least a day to reprogram all the computer access codes. Great. Leave it at my desk. Worry less about my things and more about making the Animus work. Thanks. What an asshole. Okay. As a general reminder, all employees of Abstergo Industries are prohibited from discussing corporate policy, proceedings, and projects. In light of pending litigation, you are all reminded of sections 2.15 in your employee contracts. You acknowledge and agree that Abstergo has developed such confidential information by the investment of significant time, effort, and expense, and that such confidential information provides Abstergo with a significant competitive advantage in its business. You acknowledge and agree that a breach of this agreement by you will therefore result in irreparable harm to Abstergo, the extent of which would be difficult to ascertain, and in any event, money damages will be adequate as a remedy in the event of such a breach. Accordingly, you agree that in the event of a breach of this agreement by you, Abstergo shall be entitled to injunctive or other equitable relief as the court deems appropriate, in addition to any other remedies which it may have available. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact your human resources manager. We thank you in advance for your compliance. Let's see. You said, wind up like Layla earlier. What did you mean? Nothing. Get back to work, please. We have a deadline. P.S. Why do you sign your emails? It says right up top who it's coming from. Case file. Number 1394, Layla Marino. Dear Nancy, I am writing to inquire about the death of a former employee by the name of Layla Marino. I don't know if you were working here at the time, September of 2007. There was apparently some kind of accident, but I'm not able to find any information on the subject. The coroner's office indicated that her file had been sealed. If it was a suicide, why is this information considered so sensitive? I'm sorry, but I am not authorized to discuss this employee or the circumstances regarding her departure from the company. I don't understand why this information is so difficult to access. I've never heard of a company having the ability to declare a coroner's report proprietary information. That's ridiculous. She was my friend. I just want to know what happened to her. Unfortunately, I'm unable to respond further to your inquiry. I have CC'd Alan Ricken on this email. Please direct all further questions to him. Thank you. She killed herself. Something about a relationship with a kid named Newman. Don't dip your pen in the company ink. Now drop it. So that's all we got in the inbox. The outbox. We've got... let's see, Mr. Ricken, I'm hoping you might be able to help me understand why even 5 years after the fact, no one is willing to tell me what happened to my friend. If you are concerned about sensitive information being divulged as a result of sharing this with me, I think my record at the company speaks for itself. Thank you for assistance in this matter. So we've got something going on at Abstergo. So this was in the deleted items. Can I scroll faster? Okay. With a mouse, I can scroll much faster. Okay. Need intel on DIA event. At least 20 dead in accident. Assume this is site of launch. If not launch, then certainly assembly. Should try and infiltrate. What is purpose of launch? Low Earth orbit transmitter for artifact. Extension of conditions response experiments from 5 years ago. If successful, they control everything. What do you mean everything? Our minds. What about Desmond? They're using him to locate another artifact. I have been delaying, but they are close now. Does he know about us? No. Good. Keep it that way for now. Can you send rescue? Wonder why it is everyone laughs at you. I'll let you guess. Let's just say she's probably getting it bigger and better from someone else that isn't you. How can you hope to compete? Rest assured, there are some good ways. Click the link to see. So let's see. We got WEWILL. So that's we will. BE. So I'm going to use my mouse for this. So we've got WILL. We will. BHERE here soon. So we got a coded message from Lucy about some sort of rescue from somebody, and her deleted in her email garbage. And she seems to be willing, like, giving information to Desmond quite willingly. So I'm starting to think she might not be liking working at Abstergo much. For those of you that aren't aware, I kind of already know what's happening there. I've played this game before, but I'm trying not to give away spoilers for anybody that might be experiencing this game for the first time. All right, so we've got 6 emails, 2 deleted things, and 2 in the outbox. So, okay. Hurricane season ends, but not in the way you think. Increasingly erratic weather patterns have caused the Global Weather Association to abolish the term hurricane season. Once confined to the months of June through November, hurricane duration, frequency, strength, and location have increased to the point where most coastal cities must now live in constant fear of these devastating storms. Abstergo satellite launch postponed. Citing last-minute adjustments to their new all-in-one telecommunications satellite, Abstergo have postponed the launch of their first satellite until December 21st. They maintain that their patented technology will allow faster, more reliable data transmission than previous generation satellites, which suffered from delays and interference. Now, I don't know what year this is taking place, but this is September of whatever year it is. I say that for a reason, and I'll touch on that here in a bit. Tension mounts over Antarctic drilling. The U.S. and EU are once again facing heavy criticism for their decision to begin construction of jointly owned oil platforms in the Weddell Sea. Several supernatural units, not supernatural, supranatural. That's like a whole nother level above super. Several supernatural unions oppose the work, claiming it violates the Antarctic Treaty System. The situation has been further complicated by the presence of 2 naval destroyers said to be in the region for reasons unrelated to the construction. Okay. So, we've already read that part of the email. I will be out of the office starting September 1st. I will return on October 4th. In case of an emergency, please contact my assistant, Aubrey Jacobs, at extension 1003. You told me she wasn't going to be a problem, and here she is stirring the shit up again. Deal with this, Warren. You vouched for her. You're responsible for her. Okay. Okay, we already read this part about the classified information and yada, yada, yada. Guess the shit's really hit the fan this time. Someone managed to leak a bunch of documents on the fluoride enhancement studies, and now the pharmaceuticals division is under investigation by the feds. They've shut the entire place down. Did you see what was in those reports? What the hell were they thinking? They pretty much poisoned an entire town. Wow, you've been watching the news. Stock is going to take a hit from this for sure. Want to grab lunch today? It's about those idiots in the pills division. We're putting out a press release about the satellite telling them launch has been delayed until the 21st so that we can make improvements to the coverage area. Some stuff about less dropped calls for the benefit of our consumers, of course. Let's just make sure you get what you need in time to meet the new launch window. I've downloaded our analysis of your latest findings onto the secure terminal in the conference room. It is critical that you review it and get back to us with any additional comments. We cannot continue with the search until you sign off. Please make this a priority. Can't access the computer, wants password. I'll call security for you. Check your email shortly. So the password for something is 00062677. And more headlines. Hundreds hospitalized in the wake of water tampering scandal. Abstergo Holdings stands accused of secretly manipulating a small town's water supply in order to test a synthetic drug referred to internally as new fluoride. Nation mourns the loss of Final Film Studio. History was made today with the closing of the country's last movie studio. The rising prominence of video games coupled with rampant piracy are considered to be the leading causes of its demise. So in the Assassin's Creed world, movies are no more, I guess. Let's see what's in his outbox. Okay, so we read that already. It's about his pen. And we read that one already. Now, what's in his deleted items? Okay, we read this already. That was just the... I know what you're doing. I know what you did. I saw him. He had a metal ball. It opened. They went crazy. Shooting, stabbing, tore each other to pieces. I know it was you people. Saw the logo, heard the name. I'm going to tell. Anyone who will listen, you'll be exposed. They'll know the truth, and then you will pay. You crazy bastards. You'll pay. Aw, shit. So we got a little lore, so far. Now, I'm willing to bet after the next memory block, we might get some fresh emails in those computers. I don't think there would have been anything else in there, or anything that I missed that would be gone. When I go during the credits, I will actually look online to see, but I don't imagine that any emails would have been deleted from the past memory block to this one that, you know, wouldn't be in like the deleted thing or, you know, something like that. So hopefully we're all caught up on that. Just a couple little nougats of information. So let's go to sleep and head on to this 9th target.
Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't...
It doesn't what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
Don't think there's going to be anything else I can do at this point. I think the only thing is like, basically if you didn't have this access pen, this right here would be your opportunity to get it, with him standing here looking out the window. It's like the only thing I can do now is go back to my room, so we don't have access in there yet. That does appear to be a conference room, and the email said something about a computer in the conference room, and I see one on the desk, or on the table right there, so maybe we'll get access to that later and find out some more information. But I guess back to the Animus.
Ready when you are.
So we are on to memory block 6. And I'm assuming that is the final memory, memory number 7. So this should be our last target. Let's do it to it. So I guess we didn't miss a ton of information. You know, we got some...
We have much to discuss. We are close, Altair. Robert de Sable is now all that stands between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The peace of Eden is temptation given form. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then.
Yes and no. He dreamed, still dreams, like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
No, Altair. How can you not see when you're the one that opened my eyes to this?
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood, to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange, to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altair. Such thoughts are poison, and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced, then, to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way, through you. What was each killing, if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend you strength. Go, Altair. It's time to finish this.
Oh, I didn't realize I could change the camera angle through all this either. Interesting. A little late for that. All right. On to Jerusalem we go. Robert de Sable. He sounds French. I wonder if he was one of the Les Enfants Terribles. Whenever I think of French, that's all I can think. Like the French language, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Alright, let's head to the Bureau.
Use throwing knives to deal with distant enemies.
Okay, so I guess we head to... I'm gonna assume the Middle District? You know what? Let me go in here and talk to you.
Safety and peace, Altair.
Upon you as well, brother.
Seems fate has a funny way with things.
So it's true then. Robert de Sable is in Jerusalem.
I've seen the knights myself.
Only misfortune follows that man. If he's here, it's because he intends ill. I won't give him the chance to act.
Do not let vengeance cloud your thoughts, brother. We both know no good can come of that.
I have not forgotten. You have nothing to fear. I do not seek revenge, but knowledge.
Truly you are not the man I once knew.
My work has taught me many things, revealed secrets to me. But there are still pieces of this puzzle I do not possess.
What do you mean?
All the men I've laid to rest have worked together, united by this man. Robert has designs upon the land. This much I know for certain. But how and why, when and where, these things remain out of reach.
Crusaders and Saracens working together?
They are none of these things, but something else. Templars.
The Templars are a part of the Crusader army.
Or so they'd like King Richard to believe. No, their only allegiance is to Robert de Sable and some mad idea that they will stop the war.
You spin a strange tale.
You have no idea, Malik. But tell me where they've been seen. I should be after him before he slips away.
3 places I can say for certain. West of here, near both a guard tower and a hospital. And to the southwest, at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. See what you can learn. I will do the same.
I'll be quick as I can.
Stay safe, my friend.
Well, I'm going to assume this viewpoint here will reveal some of this Middle District to me. Now, do I still only have 3 investigations? Yes, only 3 needed to go to the target, so lit.
Turn back now.
You see nothing. This is part of this district. I just didn't go there. And then, same with this. So it's only, like, this area, I think, that I need to go to. I'm guessing. I mean, that's the way the other two cities were. So. I could be wrong in that assumption. We'll find out. That definitely doesn't look like it's in the middle district, but okay. Well, that viewpoint gave us nothing.
What are you holler?
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
What? Who's done this? Tell me.
Either way, I'm making good time, so that's good. I may disappoint Lurk and not give him a marathon today. We'll see. Alright, we got 2 investigations here. We got an assassination challenge and an intimidation. You know what? You're a Templar, so you can die anyways.
Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and here.
Safety and peace, Master.
5 minutes.
Have you seen all
Wow.
the vile Templars in town? I have been ordered to kill as many as I can before the burial of your latest victim, Majd Udin. I am sure if it were your mission, it would be done in no time. I have learned much while looking for those.
This dude has
Templars.
all of his fingers as
I
well.
will share valuable information with you when you
I forgot
get
to
back.
check when I was in Masyaf if any of the other ones did, but... Oh, now I see why I got 5 minutes.
What have I done wrong? Help me, please. Won't anyone help me? I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
Bother someone else.
We stand upon a threshold. To cross it is to usher in an age of peace between all men.
Please, sir, have any
Embrace
money?
these Christian soldiers as you would a brother. Are you a friend of mine? No? So get away from me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
The guy interfered with my job. He had to die.
I know now why I joined our clan. Just to be in your presence is a gift from God. This is what I have learned about Robert's men. They are well prepared for battle. To fight them all at once would be unwise. Better to let them chase you for a while before striking back. But it is disrespectful for me to tell a master how he should behave in combat. Forgive me, Master.
Don't face all of Robert's men at once. guessing there's going to be a lot of them.
Please, someone, do just a few coins, please.
Often spoke of, never acted upon. But today is different. Crusader knights walk the streets of Jerusalem, and not in occupation. There is no evil in their hearts. And so we must seize this opportunity. Begin a dialogue, make amends. Together, we might finally bring truth to the ever-ephemeral promise of peace.
Just a few coins, please.
We must be strong, we must be brave, and we must find the courage to face those we once called our enemies and now instead call them friends.
No, you don't
The Crusaders come to Jerusalem, bringing with them an opportunity to end the fighting, to stop the war. That we may stand as one, we must not turn them away.
I beg of you. I beg of you.
You made a grave mistake. You pay for that.
You speak of peace, but your words are hollow.
No, I speak the truth. Why would you say other?
You're a Templar.
So I am.
Then you are also a liar and a fraud, just like your master. Where is he? What does he intend?
It's peace he seeks, I swear it. And the proof is in his actions. A Christian at a Muslim's funeral. We want an end to all of this.
Only because it serves your needs.
But this is a noble thing we want. The land will be united beneath our banner.
United through force. You'd enslave us all.
It is for the best.
No, it's not. And so long as my brothers and I breathe, you will not succeed.
Take that, Mr. the Man. Yeah, you keep walking. Oh, and there's a viewpoint right there. Alright, only one more investigation. We should be able to confront Robert de Sable. Robert. My bad. Okay, so we've got the Archer Stealth Assassination Challenge or a Rooftop Race Challenge. We'll do the Rooftop... Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do the Rooftop Race. Because more than likely, I'm going to have to go back to the Bureau after that in order to get my feather, so that, theoretically, might put me closer to the Bureau.
You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
I'll
Okay.
have your head.
That worked out well.
Kovalayın. Açılın. Çekil kenara. Çabuk. Lan minni. Yakınlarda kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? İşte kaçıyor. Durdurun. İşte kaçıyor. Durdurun. Kimsenin sizi kanatına. Kovalayın. Geber kafir.
There.
Come no further. Stop running! You cannot escape! You cannot hide forever.
Climb in the thing!
I've got better things to do.
Good to see you, brother. I trust you're here for the funeral. Or for Robert, rather. I've kept my eyes and ears open, but I've nothing to report. Things are quiet here. Perhaps Tariq has seen or heard something you can use. He's stationed not far from here. Go to him. See what knowledge he has.
Please, can't you spare something? I'm so hungry.
Seriously? What did I do besides nothing?
You'll never get away!
And of course, I only have a minute to do this. And I'm gonna probably have to be anonymous, so we'll just do this now. "30 seconds. Really? Really? It really does, doesn't it?
From me. There he is!
Well, let's go back to the other guy and try this again.
They're getting better and better at slipping away.
Oh, you got lucky, dude. You got lucky.
Money, I beg of you.
He seems to be in a hurry. What's he running from?
I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
Excellent timing, Altair. I found something you'll find quite useful. Orders for Robert's guards. This map I've made will show you where he intends to station them. Put it to good use.
Okay, back to the Bureau. Now, I'm willing to bet I could actually... Well, actually, let me check something here. Memory log. Ah, there we go. So that's where his dudes are going to be stationed. That was... it's best I make a brief escape and return later to eliminate them one by one. Okay.
What's got him in such a hurry? Where is he going like that?
Fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting.
You've the scent of success about you, brother.
I've learned much about our enemy.
Share your knowledge then. Let us see what can be done with it.
Robert and his Templars walked the city. They've come to pay their respects to Majd-ud-Din. They'll attend his funeral, which means so will I.
What is this that Templars would attend his funeral?
I have yet to divine their true intentions, though I'll have a confession in time. The citizens themselves are divided. Many call for their lives. Still others insist that they are here to parley, to make peace.
Peace?
I told you. The others I've slain have said as much to me.
That would make them our allies. And yet we killed them.
Make no mistake, we are nothing like these men.
Something
Though
sus.
their goal sounds noble, the means by which they'd achieve it are not. At least, that's what Al-Muallim told me.
So what is your plan?
I'll attend the funeral and confront Robert.
The sooner the better. Fortune favor your blade, brother.
Malik, before I go, there's something I should say.
Be out with it.
I've been a fool.
Normally I'd make no argument, but what is this? What are you talking about?
All this time, I never told you I was sorry. Too damn proud. You lost your arm because of me. Lost Qadar. You had every right to be angry.
I do not accept your apology.
I understand.
No, you don't. I do not accept your apology because you are not the same man who went with me into Solomon's temple. And so you have nothing to apologize for.
Malik.
Perhaps if I had not been so envious of you, I would not have been so careless myself. I'm just as much to blame.
Don't say such things.
We are one. As we share the glory of our victories, so too should we share the pain of our defeat. In this way, we grow closer. We grow stronger.
Thank you, brother.
Rest if you need to, Altair, that you might be ready for what lies ahead.
Well, that was a neat little interaction.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Looks like Altair is finally back into good graces with everybody. We gotta go way down there.
Stop it, please! You're hurting me!
You dare steal in my presence?
We gather here to mourn the loss of our beloved Majd-ud-Din. Taken too soon from this world. I know you feel sorrow and pain at his passing, but you should not. For just as we are all brought forth from the womb, so too must we all one day pass from this world. It is only natural, like the rising and the setting of the sun. Take this moment to reflect on his life and give thanks for all the good he did. Know that one day you will stand with him again in paradise.
Om. Om. Om.
Amen.
Om.
As you know, this man was murdered. We have tried to track his killer, but it has proved difficult. These creatures cling to the shadows and run from any who would face them fairly. But not today, for it seems one stands among us. He mocks us with his presence and must be made to pay. Seize him! Bring him forward that God's justice might be done!
I got the high ground. I had the high ground.
Seni gözün kapalı bile yeter.
No, you don't!
Hali hazırda kaybet. Beni yenemeyecek.
Show me what kind of man you are, Checo.
Well, he did. Oh, I'm not dead yet.
I would see your eyes before you die.
I survived that by the skin of my ass.
I sense you expected someone else.
What sorcery is this?
No sorcery. We knew you'd come. Robert needed to be sure he'd have time to get away.
So he flees.
We cannot deny your success. You have laid waste to our plans. First the treasure, then our men. Control of the Holy Land slipped away. But then he saw an opportunity to reclaim what has been stolen, to turn your victories to our advantage.
Al-Muallim still holds your treasure, and we've routed your army before. Whatever Robert plans, he'll fail again.
Ah, but it's not just Templars you'll contend with now.
Speak sense.
Robert rides for Arsa to plead his case that Saracen and Crusader unite against the Assassins.
That will never happen. They have no reason to.
Had, perhaps. But now you've given them one. 9, in fact. The bodies you've left behind, victims on both sides. You've made the Assassins an enemy in common and ensured the annihilation of your entire order. Well done.
Not 9. 8.
What do you mean?
You are not my target. I will not take your life. You're free to go, but do not follow me.
I don't need to. You're already too late.
We'll see.
Well, that didn't go as planned. So much for getting rid of Robert de Sable right now. I think I remember who that is. Like, not who the voice actress was, but as a character. As soon as I can figure out the character's name, I will let you know.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but it's already lost.
Yeah, that was a twist I didn't remember. I mean, now that I saw it, I remember it, but I didn't remember it. But then again, like I've played this game a couple times, but I've only actually beaten it or like seen the story to completion and beaten the main story once, because this game just hasn't aged well. I mean, going into it a second time, or rather like maybe a third time, I guess. But going back to it this time, I knew what to expect. So it's just the first time I played it, it was a bit of a chore. But also breaking it up on stream nights has also helped. Because, like, if you were to just sit down and play this game a couple days in a row, it would get very boring and very grindy very quick. But spacing this out to Wednesdays and Sundays with a little, gap in between, I get a little bit of a breather from the, more of the same.
I had heard the funeral turned to chaos. What happened?
Robert de Sable was never here. He sent another in his stead. He was expecting me.
You must go to Al-Mualim.
There's no time. She told me where he's gone, what he plans. If I return to Masyaf, he might succeed. And then, I fear we'll be destroyed.
We have killed most of his men. He cannot hope to mount a proper attack. Wait, did you say she?
Yes, it was a woman. Strange, I know. But that's for another time. For now, we must focus on Robert. We may have thinned his ranks, but the man is clever. He goes to plead his case to Richard and Salah ad-Din, to unite them against the common enemy. Against us.
Surely you're mistaken. This makes no sense. These two men would never...
Oh, but they would. And we have ourselves to blame. The men I've killed, men on both sides of the conflict. Men important to both leaders. Robert's plan may be ambitious, but it makes sense. And it could work.
Look, brother. Things have changed. You must return to Masyaf. We cannot act without our master's permission. It could compromise the Brotherhood. I thought you had learned this.
Stop hiding behind words, Malik. You wield the creed and its tenets like some shield. He's keeping things from us. Important things. You were the one told me we could never know anything, only suspect. Well, I suspect this business with the Templars goes deeper. When I'm done with Robert, I will ride for Masyaf that we may have answers. But perhaps you could go now.
I cannot leave the city.
Then walk amongst its people. Seek out those who served the ones I slew. Learn what you can. You call yourself perceptive. Perhaps you'll see something I could not.
I don't know. I must think on this.
Do as you must, my friend. But it's time I ride for Arsuf. Every moment I delay, our enemy gets one step ahead of me.
Be careful, brother.
I will be. I promise.
Shit's getting Surus. Oh, I guess I don't have the option to fast travel this time.
There will be no stopping him. He's going to hurt himself. When he does, I won't know.
That was her name. Maria.
Good day, my friend. If there's anything I can help you with, anything at all, do not...
Teach your heresy elsewhere.
Again, as I stated earlier, I'm doing my best to keep all of these streams spoiler-free since I have played these games already. So all I will say is, there's a reason to know her name, and that's it.
Go pester someone else. Be gone, pest.
You need something?
Don't let him get away! Someone should stop. After him, faster! I'll take you down!
Would you please be more careful?
It's kind of unfortunate that I have to wait until I get to Revelations to kind of fill in more of the gaps that are going to be in Altair's story between now and 2. But it's necessary. Well, let's go to the kingdom, I guess. Maybe that'll point us where we're supposed to go.
Use the scholars you have rescued to pass unnoticed.
Ah, that's why I have to go to Arsuf, which is a completely different area that I haven't been to before. So let's get on our pony.
Good sir.
Kill him! Stop him!
Let's see. So I need to go like that. He's on a horse. That's illegal. Like, I understand what they're trying to do with this game. Like, everybody in this game world is walking, right? So it makes sense that in order to fit in, you would also have to walk, right? Like, obviously, a guy galloping a horse through a crowd of people walking, that might be a little suspicious. In an area like this, though, that shouldn't be suspicious behavior, because, well, there's another horse right there with a saddle on it, you know? I would imagine by this point it's more of just the presence of an assassin, because they would have to know what we look like. They would have to know obviously what's going on if they're affiliated with anybody in the Templars. You will have nothing, sir. Guess we're running the rest of the way. And I'm, like, not even going the right way. Yeah, I need to turn around. Alright, now we're headed the right way.
You must not trespass here.
Alright, we made it.
Jar carriers can easily break your cover.
I like barely remember this.
Your life is possible. Gel buraya. Al-Ma'u Geber kafir. Seni gözün kapalı bile yener.
Altair's on a warpath.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? God favors me. You will not win. Seni yenemeyeceksin. Seni gözün kapalı bile yener. God favors me. You will not win. It won't be too difficult. Geber kafir! Beni yenemeyeceksin.
Come on.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Geber kafir!
That was awesome. Just yeet the dude off a cliff.
Over here!
There's a reason Altair is such a badass. This is why. I don't know if I have to fight all these dudes or not. Look at that clothesline from Masyaf. Don't fuck with Altair, alright?
Is he trying to fight us? You know you
It's like a human demolition derby. Well, that dude was just staring off into space. Yeah, there ain't no way I'd continue fighting the guy. Hell no.
Come no further. Hold a moment. It's words I bring, not steel.
Terms of surrender then. It's about time.
It's words I bring, not steel. And a pile of bodies.
Who sends me, not Salah ad-Din.
Mountain Day. What is the meaning of this? And be quick with it.
You've a traitor in your midst.
And he has hired you to kill me? Come to gloat about it before you strike? I won't be taken so easily.
It's not you I've come to kill. It's him.
Speak then, that I may judge the truth. Who is this traitor?
Robert de Sable.
Robert de Sable.
My lieutenant.
He aims to betray.
That's not the way he tells it. He seeks revenge against your people for the havoc you've wrought in Acre. And I am inclined to support him. Some of my best men were murdered by some of yours.
It was I who killed them, and for good reason. Hear me out. William of Montferrat. He sought to use his soldiers to take Acre by force. Gagné de Naplouse. He would use his skills to indoctrinate and control any who resisted. Sabran. He intended to block the ports, preventing your kingdom from providing aid. They betrayed you, and they took their orders from Robert.
You expect me to believe this outlandish tale?
You knew these men, better than I. Are you truly surprised to learn of their ill intentions?
Is this true?
My liege, it is an assassin that stands before us. These creatures are masters of manipulation. Of course it isn't true.
I've no reason to deceive.
Oh, but you do. You're afraid of what will happen to your little fortress. Can it withstand the combined might of the Saracen and the Crusader armies?
My concern is for the people of the Holy Land. If I must sacrifice myself for there to be peace, so be it.
This is a strange place we find ourselves in. Each of you accusing the other.
There really is no time for this. I must be off to meet with Saladin and enlist his aid. The longer we delay, the harder this will become.
Hold a moment, Robert.
Why? What do you intend? Surely you do not believe him?
It is a difficult decision, one I cannot make alone. I must leave it in the hands of one wiser than I.
Thank you.
No, Robert, not you.
Then who?
The Lord. Let this be decided by combat. Surely God will side with the one whose cause is righteous.
If this is what you wish.
It is.
So be it.
All right then. Down go.
Ma colère est morte, terrible. Je vais t'étriper.
Show me what kind of man you are, Chekhov.
Bin die Rache Gottes! Ein Diener Gottes! Stell dich deinem göttlichen Urteil! Du musst nicht wissen, aber du hast bereits verloren! C'est toi que le Seigneur est ton âme. Und es ist mir danach. Tu n'es pas à la hauteur. Gott ist mit mir danach.
Shit.
Du kannst nicht siegen.
I was doing so well whooping everybody's ass, too.
Entering a strong attack will leave your enemy vulnerable.
Les forces de l'Enfer sont purifiées ton âme. Ton âme brûlera en enfer. Avec le diable incarné, je vais libérer ton âme. Pour la gloire du Seigneur. Les forces de l'Enfer sont purifiées ton âme.
Now he joins the fight. Right in the neck.
It's done then.
That's what I was expecting too.
Like the cream of the crop. Sahara Desert. Yeah, and I am the entire desert.
You're but a puppet. He betrayed you, boy. Just as he betrayed me.
Speak sense, Templar. Or not at all.
9 men he sent you to kill, yes? The 9 who guarded the treasure's secret.
What of it?
It wasn't 9 who found the treasure, assassin. Not 9, but 10.
A 10th? None may live who carry the secret. Give me his name.
Oh, but you know him well. And I doubt very much you'd take his life as willingly as you've taken mine.
Who?
It is your master, Al-Mualim.
But he is not a Templar.
Did you never wonder how it is he knew so much? Where to find us, how many we numbered, what we aspired to attain?
He is the master of the assassins.
Oui, master of lies. You and I just 2 more pawns in his grand game. And now, with my death, only you remain. Do you think he'll let you live, knowing what you do?
I've no interest in the treasure.
Ah, but he does. The only difference between your master and I is that he did not want to share.
No.
Ironic, isn't it? That I, your greatest enemy, kept you safe from harm. But now you've taken my life, and in the process, ended your own.
Dude dropped a bomb right there.
Well fought, assassin. It seems God favors your cause this day.
God had nothing to do with it. I was the better fighter.
Ah, you may not believe in him, but it seems he believes in you. Before you go, I have a question.
Ask it then.
Why? Why travel all this way? Risk your life 1,000 times, all to kill a single man?
He threatened my brothers and what we stand for.
Ah, vengeance then?
No, not vengeance.
Punishment.
Justice.
Oh, justice works too.
This is what you fight for? Peace? Do you see the contradiction?
Some men cannot be reasoned with.
Like that madman, Saladin.
I think he'd like to see an end to this war as much as you.
So I've heard, but never seen.
Even if he doesn't say it, it's what the people want. Saracen and Crusader alike.
The people know not what they want. It's why they turn to men like us.
Then it falls to men like you to do what is right.
Nonsense. We come into the world kicking and screaming, violent and unstable. It is what we are. We cannot help ourselves.
No. We are what we choose to be.
Your kind. Always playing with words.
I speak the truth. There's no trick to be found here.
We'll know soon enough. But I fear you cannot have what you desire this day. Even now, that heathen Saladin cuts through my men and I must attend to them. But perhaps, having seen how vulnerable he is, he will reconsider his actions. Yes, in time, what you seek may be possible.
You were no more secure than him. Do not forget that. The men you left behind to rule in your stead did not intend to serve you for longer than they had to.
Yes. I am well aware.
Then I'll take my leave. My master and I have much to discuss. It seems that even he is not without fault.
He is only human, as are we all. You as well.
Safety and
it's a little
peace
loud.
Upon you.
I even turned the music down at one point. Yeah. And it's still a little loud, so we'll turn it down a little bit more. Because there's some shit happening now. I mean, the Assassin's Creed series has always had a good soundtrack, though. I will give them that. It's just a little loud in this game.
I said get up, goddammit!
All right.
Listen.
Oh no.
seems your assassin friends found us.
What?
How'd you do it, Desmond?
Hey, look, I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever's going on down there has got nothing to do with me.
They're here for you, and I sure as shit didn't invite them. What's the situation down there?
We're taking heavy fire.
Can you contain it? Or do I need to evacuate the prisoner?
Only 5 or 6. We've got them outnumbered. Couple of wounded, but we'll pull through. We'll get it under control.
God damn you, Desmond. You couldn't leave well enough alone.
I told you I had nothing to do with this. How would I even contact them? Telepathy? Come on.
Doesn't matter. They'll be dead soon enough. Here, have a listen.
Threat's been neutralized.
Ooh.
Looks like the cavalry won't be coming.
Dunno, Doc. We're freaking out a minute ago. Your little research facility not as secure as you thought it was? Worried they'll be back with more?
I don't think so, Desmond.
What Lucy here is trying to say is that there aren't any assassins left to come for you. We've been very busy this past year, hunting down your little enclaves, your desert communes and whatnot. I'm afraid you're on your own. Rest up, Mr. Miles. Tomorrow, we finish this.
Yay. You got something to say? Huh?
I'm sorry, Desmond.
You mentioned the desert. Do you think...
They sent a team there, but the place was deserted. I don't know where your parents are, and I can't promise they're still alive. But I think they got away.
Thanks. Thanks for checking.
It's not as bad as it seems.
What are you talking about? They just killed, literally killed, my only chance of getting out of here. And then I find out the assassins are all but destroyed, and Christ, I still don't know what these people are planning. But I do know they plan to kill me when they're done. I am screwed, okay? What do you want me to do?
Just try and have a little faith. Have faith. Rest up, Desmond. You're gonna need the
Have
energy.
some goddamn faith!
There it is. I knew it was coming.
Aren't you tired?
So am I not going to be able to get back to her computer? I want to see if there's anything else on her computer. So let's go in here. Door shuts. Let's leave again, see if she's still at her computer. And just like that, she disappears. She ain't human. It's like a nightmare I can't wake up from. Okay, so there's nothing new on hers. Doesn't look like. Okay, so there is something new in the outbox. We did get that. So, let's see here. Isn't working. Remote access is down or something. Can you look and see what's wrong? Don't have time for this crap. The passcode has changed since last night. They change them once a week. Do you have the new passcode? No. What is it? 10281943 is the conference room door. Conference room door, not the conference room computer, the conference room door. Aha. Anything new on asshole's computer? I think I read this one. Yes, I did read that one. So, okay. If this kid isn't going to get us what we need, it's time to start looking elsewhere. I've CC'd David from our acquisitions department. He may be able to provide you with a couple of additional test subjects should Desmond be retired. In case you need reminding, we are running out of time, shouty capitals. This crap with the fluoride enhancement is going to put us under a lot of scrutiny. We need to launch on the 21st. If we wait any longer, we risk everything being frozen during the investigation. I have a feeling that none of our friends in DC are going to do us any favors on this one. We'll deal with them come election time. We've cleaned up the mess at DIA, but I'm hearing there's some jackass baggage handler trolling news groups and nutjob websites with his tales of mass murder and corporate cover-ups. Where's he even getting his information from? Your report said the project lead killed everyone down there before our cleanup crews arrived. I still don't understand how they managed to botch that so badly. Anyway, we're trying to figure out who the hell he is so we can shut him up, but it's proving difficult. I'm beginning to wonder if he doesn't have help. Seems there are still a couple of those assassin bastards running loose. It only takes one, but you already knew that. Makes me wonder if the fluoride leak was internal after all. And if it was, are we dealing with a whistleblower or something worse? I'm about ready to pull the plug on your Subject 17. So either get me results or get another person into that animus. Okay, so we got the key to the code to the conference room door, and his computer also had the password for the conference room computer. So what's in this conference room? What's on this computer? Welcome, Project Lead number 9. Oh boy. So all we got is one email about Project Lead number 9 analysis from Alan Ricken. The others and I have finished reviewing the Animus recordings from subjects 12 through 16. While the Peace of Eden remains our priority, we must all continue working to locate and understand the remaining artifacts. I'm sure you can understand our reasoning behind this. Although the satellite is intended to accomplish a fair portion of the work for us, we will certainly need to deal with those who are either immune to or protected from its effects. Please take a moment to look over our findings and get back to me with any feedback you may have. I will summarize below. So this seems like basically what Abstergo knows at the moment and what they're planning. Piece of Eden number 3. We applaud your continued efforts to locate an alternate artifact following the loss of number 2 in the DIA satellite accident. We understand Subject 17 is having trouble interfacing with the Animus, leading to delays. As a result, we estimate another 24 hours before your next critical update. In the meantime, we'll prepare an extraction team and set them to standby. We're relying on you to obtain the additional information we require. He knows where the other objects are, even if he doesn't realize it. You must unlock that final memory, or all of this will have been for nothing. Number 2, the Philadelphia Project. Data provided from Animus Subject 12 indicates that the ship briefly manifested in a future state for approximately 18 minutes. It is unclear whether the timeline is consistent with or parallel to our own. Although we have recovered enough data to reconstruct and repair the original artifact used in the experiment, administration has refused to move forward on the project, citing paradox concerns. Corporate policy remains in place. Any objects found to interfere with or manipulate time must be contained. Artifact will be moved to secure storage. The Tunguska incident. Now, the Tunguska incident, or Tunguska, I think it's Tunguska incident, is an actual historical incident, I believe in 1907 in Russia, was like the last major meteor or asteroid impact on Earth that actually caused significant, well, there was one other one that happened somewhere in Eastern Asia, I think, that blew out some windows and things of that nature. But the Tunguska incident was a very large meteor or asteroid that it didn't actually impact Earth, but it did explode above the Earth and just wiped out a very large area. Luckily, it was in 1907. There weren't any super duper huge cities yet, and this kind of exploded in the middle of nowhere, just flattening a forest. But that's a real incident. You can look that up. Now believed to be the direct result of assault, or Now believed to be the direct result of assault by assassins. Research station destroyed, as was artifact. Alternate wave generation devices have been located in storage, but we have insufficient data at the moment to initiate research. The risk of accident is too high. Lineage Discovery and Acquisition Division should attempt to locate descendants of any attack survivors, either assassin or brotherhood, in order to continue research. Resurrecting this particular type of technology will aid us greatly with any holdouts following the satellite's activation. We're putting together a team to push research in this area. So I'm pretty sure that's what the Tunguska incident or event was, unless they're just using the same location. Let's see here. 1908, I was 1 year off. The Tunguska event is the largest impact on Earth in recorded history. So there you have it. I was off by a year, but I was correct on that. Number 4, Grail. We are removing the Grail from our list of objectives. There is insufficient evidence to confirm its existence. Current examination of Subject 17 indicates that aside from the Piece of Eden, all other artifacts related to Christ figure are literary devices or derived from Piece of Eden, and not actual object. Even if the object is real, its use to us at this stage is negligible. Our resources are better used elsewhere. The Mitchell-Hedges communicators. Number 5, analysis of the objects is complete. The good news is that they work. As a result, we now have a safe and secure communication channel for use after the launch. However, they are severely limited in number, and so we will be providing them only to our most essential facilities. You will obviously retain possession of the one you have. Warren, and I cannot stress how important it is that you wrap things up with Subject 17 as soon as possible. We're obviously relieved that you seem to be closing in on the target memory, but you need to step it up. Everything we're working towards depends on your retrieving those locations. Without them, we've got nothing. May the Father of Understanding guide you to success. So there's some shit happening, and it sounds like they want to launch something into space for something, for some reason, some sort of satellite maybe containing a Piece of Eden by the 21st of December. So that appears to be all of the modern-day knowledge we are going to obtain for now. So I guess we go to sleep and figure out what's going to close out the story with Altair. Let me just make sure there's nothing else. I doubt there's going to be anything in the bathroom. But we will find out. We will look. Nothing. Nothing. As expected. Alright, time for a little nappy poo, Desmond. I need to take... Get up. I need to take a screenshot of those flashes and see what they are.
I'd like to get this over with as quickly as possible.
If you say so.
Don't be so glum, Mr. Miles. Today is a historic day. One that will be remembered for years to come. Remembered by some of us, anyway.
Ouch. That last particular one, I saw a couple numbers. The earlier, like, flashes seemed like it was just symbols. But at some point within the next, like, couple days or something like that, I'll go through these videos and I'll snag a screenshot of what those are, and I will post them in the Grimbeardson Discord. The link will be in the description below, and it's pinned in the chat here on Twitch. So I will go ahead and post that, at least that last one, and see if that has any relevant information in it. So I guess now we just jump back in the Animus, because I don't think I will be able to access his computer again, not with him standing right there. Would be nice if I could just, like, punch him right in the face, though. Wonder what would happen if I try to access the conference room, if it'll let me do that.
Stop playing games, Mr. Miles, and lie down.
Get mad, bro? Alright, here we go. Memory block number 7.
Use the action view to gather information about your surroundings.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
Gone to see the Master.
Was it the Templars? Did they attack again?
They walk the path.
What path? What are you talking about?
Towards the light.
Speak sense.
There is only what the Master shows us. This is the truth.
You've lost your mind.
You too will walk the path, or you will perish. So the Master commands.
It was Al-Mualim, wasn't it? What's he done to you?
Praise be to the Master, for he has led us to the light.
Well, there's some shit going down in Masyaf.
Oh.
Get out of the damn way. There's another assassin. I just want to check to see if he has a ring finger. He also has a ring finger. Can't really tell on that side, though.
Oh, Mualim.
Yep, all of his fingers.
Guide us. Command us.
The will of the Master must
Guide
be
us.
obeyed.
Command us.
Your life is now die here.
Now I'm being attacked by my own people.
You'll never get away.
As the Master commands, for the light!
Kill the traitor!
For the Master!
He does not walk the path. Destroy him!
Don't let him escape! I'll chase you down! You will not get away from me!
Altair! Up here!
Yeah, these guys have all their fingers as well. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that the only character model that they got rid of the ring finger on the left side is Altair.
You picked a fine time to arrive.
So it seems.
Guard yourself well, friend. Al-Mualim has betrayed us.
Yes. Betrayed his Templar allies as well.
How do you know?
After we spoke, I returned to the ruins beneath Solomon's temple. Robert had kept a journal, filled its pages with revelations. What I read there broke my heart. But it also opened my eyes. You were right, Altair. All along our master has used us. We were not meant to save the Holy Land, but deliver it to him. He must be stopped.
Be careful, Malik. What he's done to the others, he'll do to us given the chance. You must stay far from him.
What would you propose? My blade arm is still strong and my men remain my own. It would be a mistake not to use us.
Distract these thralls then. Assault the fortress from behind. If you can draw their attention away from me, I might reach Al-Mualim.
I will do as you ask, Dai.
The men we face, their minds are not their own. If you can avoid killing them.
Yes. Though he has betrayed the tenets of the Creed, it does not mean we must as well. I'll do what I can.
It's all I ask. Safety and peace, my friend.
Your presence here will deliver us both.
Suppose it is possible that all of these guys are, like, still haven't, like, been initiated into the Assassins yet. They might be, you know, low-level guys like Basim was at the beginning of Mirage. We'll see once we get in the fortress if any of the other ones have ring fingers, but I kind of doubt it.
There are so many innocents. I must be careful not to harm them.
God damn it, Altair.
No! What's happening?
So, the student returns.
I've never been one to run.
Never been one to listen either.
I still live because of it.
What will I do with you?
Let me go.
Oh, Altair. I hear the hatred in your voice. Feel its heat. Let you go? Well, that would be unwise.
Why are you doing this?
I found proof.
Proof of what?
That nothing is true. And everything is permitted. Come. Destroy the betrayer. Send him from this world.
Grim, the answer to your question is yes and no.
Face me! Or are you afraid?
I have stood before 1,000 men, all of them superior to you, and all of them dead, by my hand. I am not afraid.
Prove it.
What could I possibly fear? Look at the power I command.
Show me what kind of man you are, Chekhov!
Ain't no way that old man's gonna whoop Altair's ass.
When you are
Apple or nothing.
Tackle people who are in.
Hey yo, Altair, if you could counter, that'd be great. Wow. Doesn't he know about the DBZ split technique? Every copy reduced your power by half.
Oh, shit! God damn it! Same shit every day!
Must have got the real one.
Have you any final words?
You lied to me. Called Robert's goal foul when all along it was yours as well.
I've never been much good at sharing.
You won't succeed. Others will find the strength to stand against you.
And this is why, so long as men maintain free will, there can be no peace.
I killed the last man who spoke as such.
Bold words, boy. But just words.
Then let me go. I'll put words into action. Tell me, Master, why did you not make me like the other assassins? Why allow me to retain my mind?
Who you are and what you do are twined too tight together. To rob you of one would have deprived me of the other. And those Templars had to die. But the truth is, I did try. In my study, when I showed you the treasure. But you are not like the others. You saw through the illusion.
Illusion?
That's all it's ever done. This Templar treasure, this piece of Eden, this word of God. Do you understand now? Red Sea was never parted. Water never turned to wine. It was not the machinations of Iris that spawned the Trojan War, but this! Illusions! All of them!
What you plan is no less an illusion. To force men to follow you against their will.
Is it any less real than the phantoms the Saracens and Crusaders follow now? Those craven gods who retreat from this world that men might slaughter one another in their names? They live amongst an illusion already. I'm simply giving them another. One that demands less blood.
At least they choose these phantoms.
Or do they? Aside from the occasional convert or heretic?
It isn't right.
Ah, and now logic has left you. In its place, you embrace emotion. I am disappointed.
What's to be done then?
You will not follow me, and I cannot compel you.
And you refuse to give up this evil scheme.
It seems then we are at an impasse.
No, we are at an end.
I will miss you, Altair. You were my very best student. Blind, Altair. Blind is all you've ever been. All you'll ever be.
not 100% sure what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Ah, there he is. Gotta strike Ganon with your sword, then hit him with a silver arrow. No, wait, wrong series. If only that would be if only you could do that in this game, though. That'd be kind of funny. If it was the same shit.
My blade sees for me, Amual. It cuts through the darkness.
There he is, down there again. Gotta use a stinger to take out the Ray Dome.
Impossible. The student does not defeat the teacher.
الشيء واقع مطلق بل كل ممكن.
So it seems. You have won then. Go and claim your prize.
You held fire in your hand, old man. It should have been destroyed.
Destroy the only thing capable of ending the Crusades and creating true peace? Never.
Then I will.
We'll see about that. I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass!
For in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Destroy it! Destroy it as you said you would.
I can't.
Yes, you can, Altair. But you won't.
So here we've got a map of the. Okay, so imagine how wild that site would be in the late 800 or in the 9th century, seeing this globe, showing a map of the world. Would you even recognize that as being a map of the world? You know what I mean?
What the hell was that?
Well?
We've got the map.
How many?
At least half a dozen.
We don't need them all.
We should assume some amount of decay. I can't imagine they'll all still be functioning. At least 2 appear to reside on land masses that no longer exist.
We'll dispatch teams to each site and determine viability. We only need 1, after all.
What about the rest?
Collect them. Let's not leave anything to chance. Last thing we need is some damn survivor making trouble for us in the new world.
And the assassin?
We have what we need. Kill him.
Wait. You know how these things work. I doubt we'll be able to walk right in.
What's your point?
We might need him. His memories. I'd recommend we hold him until we have confirmation that there aren't any surprises waiting for us at the sites.
This is a waste of time.
You said it yourself. We shouldn't leave anything to chance.
Very well. Ensure we have no further need of him, then kill him.
Fine.
Oh, there was a bunch of dudes in suits.
Stop undermining my authority.
I just saved your ass.
Let's go. We've got a lot of work to do. Don't get too comfortable, Mr. Miles. We'll be back for you soon enough.
What the hell is that?
Can I check the computers one more time? Like, I'm assuming we'd get some end credits or something, right? I don't want to call this it. See if there's anything else on this computer, maybe? Nope. Nothing else on this computer. No. Can't get back on the Animus, so there's got to be something. I think I know what it is. Just want to check and see if there's anything else I can find. Anything else I can discover that'll do anything. Trying to see like how you would even figure this out on your own, if at all, because like kind of just seems like they just leave you here and that's that. It's a weird way to end this game. I feel like there's supposed to be something else. All right, so to use Eagle Vision, I press the triangle button. See if I can use Eagle Vision. I can. Was that 12/21/2012? I just wonder if this gets explained at all. Or if we're going to have to wait until the next game.
Like, is that blood? The hell were they keeping here before me? And what happened to him? What does it mean, I wonder?
And there's our credits. Okay. Interesting. So, interesting way to end the game. I'm assuming there's going to be nothing after the credits. So that is Assassin's Creed 1, and actually finished it up in only 3 hours. So my apologies to Lurk. I did not deliver you a marathon today. I mean, I definitely could have stretched this game out, done more of the viewpoints, done more of the you know, investigations, things of that nature. But essentially what it looks like right now, negative review on Steam. Essentially what it looks like right now is that Desmond has essentially been marked for death by Abstergo, and now all of a sudden Desmond can use Eagle Vision. So I don't know how you were supposed to figure that out on your own unless, like, the little you know, like, flashes are supposed to, like, give you that hint that you can do that. But basically, Desmond sees that somebody has left him, or maybe not him directly, but somebody has left a message of some sort. And he's guessing it's in blood. Lucy appears to be on my side. And that's where they've left this off. So again, my initial goal was to fill in the historical gaps in between games, because there was at least one novel and one spin-off game for the PSP that was released in 2009 called Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, that takes place a couple months after this game. In the historical timeline. I don't think there was a modern day timeline in it at all, but from a historical timeline, the PSP game from 2009, Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, takes place after a couple months, I believe, after this game. I was initially going to go over the plot and the story of that game. However, certain elements of the plot sounded a little bit familiar, so I think Assassin's Creed 2 was released also in 2009. So by the time they got to Revelations, I don't remember what year Revelations came out, but by the time they made it to Revelations, I think they took some of the story, or at least bits and pieces of it, or at least referenced the story in Bloodlines in Revelations later on. So I don't want to give any of that away. We'll have to get through 2 other games first before we get to Revelations to see any more of Altair's story. In terms of Altair, it appears that he had everybody, or a lot of guys behind him. He killed Al-Mualim and was told to destroy the apple, but he said he couldn't. And so that's where we leave Altair. I don't think there's anything after the credits. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see in Revelations, I guess, to see the rest of Altair's story, because I know they go into some pretty decent detail about it. I will, though, however, talk about a prequel film that Assassin's Creed did to Assassin's Creed 2. Okay, so we got Desmond back here. We are all books containing thousands of pages, and something each of them lies on something. Can't quite make out all of that. So I'm going to guess these visions was maybe just pieces of this, but we've got Japanese writing, potentially Chinese writing. We've got English writing. I even saw some Egyptian symbolism in there. I've entered the abyss and never returned. 2213. Whatever that is. Is there anything in the bathroom? Nothing in the bathroom. So if we go out here, Lucy and Vidic are still nowhere around. I can get on her computer now. See if we got any more information on her computer. Nope. Nothing in Lucy's inbox or email. Okay, so it looks like we've got... So there was this daily headline that I skipped over. Nothing really all that important. Talks continue regarding aftermath of L11 outbreak. Nearly 6 years later, little progress has been made in dealing with the repercussions of what history books now refer to as the Second Plague, with nearly 96% of its population decimated over a 3-month period. The continent of Africa is now virtually uninhabited. Plans to divide up the continent have met with strong resistance and claims of neo-colonialism. One protester had this to say: whether we are 100 or 100 million, this is still our home and no one has the right to take it from us. Interesting. Anything else? Okay, so we've got a deleted now. Now we have a deleted email from Lucy Stillman regarding Subject 16. I finished my report on Subject 16. You should take a look when you have some time, as I believe it validates my belief that we need to be treating them with greater care. Failure to do so will only result in further breakdowns. Okay, I probably could have read this email potentially a little bit earlier than I did, than I am now, but either way, this kind of explains what we went through with Desmond here a minute ago. I'll summarize things for you now, since I realize you're probably pretty busy. Prolonged exposure to the Animus caused a bleeding effect within Subject 16's genetic structure. The result was a blending of genetic and real-time memory. He became unable to distinguish his own life from those of his ancestors, as witnessed with the incident in his room. I believe this effect is very similar in certain forms of multiple personality and delusional disorders. People who claim to be experiencing past lives or the presence of other minds within their own are quite possibly experience a naturally occurring version of this bleeding effect. Though the specific symptoms may vary from subject to subject, the end result is the same. They lose their minds. This is what I believe happened to Subject 16. One of his ancestors seems to have been involved in an important event in the ancient Far East. The wall writings he left us defy any conventional explanation, though I'm not ready to dismiss them just yet. Per your request, I've asked for a linguist and historian to research them further in case there is some significance. I'll let you know if they come back to us with anything. I'll get you a full copy of the report so that you can review my findings when you have the time. I know this is not important to you, Warren, but it would mean a lot to me if you just take a look and think about it. We don't need to push them so hard. We don't need to kill them. From a purely practical perspective, there's no point in destroying the subjects anyway. Once they're dead, their knowledge is lost to us forever, and we both know how dangerous that can be. So that was basically, I guess, our hint. I would assume that we can do this. Oh, I didn't want to sit down in the chair again. I wonder if I can go back to the Animus now, or if I'm just locked out of that. I can go back to the Animus. So I'm willing to bet, though, we won't... The only, like, I guess, free roam that we would get was if we go back to specific memory blocks. Yeah, because continue's not an option. It just skips right over that. Yeah, and it just says replay, reload memory. So at this point, you can essentially just kind of go back to whatever. But there is an attachment. My master is dead and many more with him, friend and foe alike. But the storm is broken. Though pride may hold the clouds aloft a little longer, of this much I am certain. With Robert and Al-Mualim dead, the Saracen and Crusader armies will lay down their arms and give up this senseless war. Freed from the manipulations and schemes of wicked men, Saladin and Richard will find they have more in common than they think. Peace will return to the land, and if they should stray once more, then my brothers and I will do what needs to be done to set things aright. Masyaf is quiet now, caressed by the winds which carry through the valley. What is this thing I hold? That it can bend men's mind, no longer than an apple. No longer than an apple. Yet its power greater than any weapon I've known. I've seen what evil even the smallest taste brings. I should destroy it, yet something stays my hand. No, I will hold it a little while longer and see what it may teach me. Perhaps it can be turned to good. Or is this what the others thought when they held it? Is that its power, then, to turn the noble into cruel? I know not what the future holds for any of us, but I do know those assassins who remain will need guidance. I must attend to them, help to heal their wounds. We will march together into the future and emerge stronger than we were before. If we are to succeed, if we are to rebuild, then we must be careful not to repeat the mistakes of those who came before. We must be vigilant, ever mindful of the past. So there's, I guess, the little bits of final information we're going to see. Altair has committed to studying the apple to see what he can learn from it, and just leading the people of Masyaf. And Desmond now awaits his fate, whatever Abstergo decides that may be when that time comes. The one thing that is interesting to note, I think, because I played the series, the most interesting, and again, this game didn't tell us what year this takes place in, the game. However, right there we get that very, very specific date. December 21st, 2012. I think that's all gibberish. I think. Yeah, I don't see anything really. If there is anything there, not easy on the eyes. So there is one thing, and I did drop the ball a little bit, so let me do this. And I had a link that I was going to post in the chat here, and will also be posted on the Discord, and also posted in the description on YouTube. So this will be available everywhere. There was a film released by Assassin's Creed. Here is that link. It was initially released as 3 short episodes, about 12 minutes long. That is the link to the entire video. It is 36 minute long prequel film to Assassin's Creed 2. The description of the video states, when the Duke of Milan is brutally murdered, the assassin Giovanni Auditore is dispatched to investigate. The answers he uncovers implicate Italy's most powerful families, reaching all the way back to the Vatican itself. As Giovanni draws closer to the truth, he becomes hunted himself. He must expose the conspirators before he joins their ever-growing list of victims. Lineage is the prequel to Assassin's Creed 2's story, revealing the machinations of 15th century Italy through the actions of Ezio's father, Giovanni. So we get to see what Papa Altair was up to. And what's really funny about that is when I decided to get back into this game, in this series, I've got a couple DVDs stashed behind my computer monitor. Couple movies. I've got a box set of the Spartacus TV series, which was fantastic. But I also had this in there. This is a DVD copy of Assassin's Creed Lineage. I didn't even know I had. I've never watched it. So this also includes some trailers, developer diaries, some behind-the-scenes footage. So I didn't even know this DVD existed. Didn't even know I had it, but I do. So before I start Assassin's Creed 2, I'm going to watch that video and get up to speed on that. So when we start Assassin's Creed 2, we can do a quick refresher on Assassin's Creed Lineage here to get us set up to where Assassin's Creed 2 is going to go. I thought about doing it on stream, but it's 36 minutes long, and I really don't want to sit here on stream for 36 minutes just watching a video. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to play games, not watch movies. So the link is in the chat. It will be posted in the Discord. It will be posted in the description of this video. You can watch it if you so desire. That's all I'm going to do with that. And then, so Wednesday, we will start Assassin's Creed 2. Grim, remind me what you have going on Tuesday. That's right, you're finishing up Mirror's Edge. And then you've got a one-off Thursday. Remind us all what this one-off is next Thursday. Ubisoft over here being Abstergo, giving you videos to watch. Yeah, and Spartacus was ridiculously good. I am going to go off in the weeds a little bit because that show was one of my favorite TV shows. Seasons 1 was very good. Season 2 was also very good. The one-off will be Legend of Zelda on the original NES. Looking forward to that, seeing how that is, and also looking forward to the conclusion of Mirror's Edge on Tuesday. So go check out the Grim Gamer if you haven't yet. He is also in the Grim Beardson Discord. The Grim Beardson Discord is a joint Discord between Grim and I where we share all of our YouTube videos and stream information and things of that nature. And you can hang out with us all week long, and you can post your own shit there too. And we encourage you to do so. It's on one of the streaming platforms I keep meaning to rewatch. I don't remember what it was on. Because I've seen it recently too, but it's jumped around between a couple of different ones. And I actually managed to get the Spartacus series on DVD. I found it in my local Walmart, and I think it was only like $20 or something like that. Like, it wasn't much. So I snagged it. Season 3 of Spartacus. Seasons 3 and 4 are still very good. And the thing with the Spartacus series, you can actually get the Spartacus Complete series on DVD on Amazon Prime right now for $20.99. Or you can get it on Blu-ray for $40. And, as a matter of fact, you can also get the entire series on a limited edition Blu-ray that also comes with a figurine for $80. So there's the figurine with that one for $80. Anyway, I don't know if it was just me, but I had a very hard time with the actor that played Spartacus in seasons 3 and 4. And nothing he did wrong. And everything to do with the fact that Andy Whitfield did such a phenomenal job in season 1. I understand why they had to change the actor. For those of you that may not be aware or give a shit, going way off into the weeds, the lead actor for Spartacus in season 1 ended up with cancer, and season 2 was never even supposed to happen. Basically, everybody had gotten together to film what became season 3. Andy ended up with cancer, left to go get treatment, so they wrote season 2 as a prequel, so the Spartacus character didn't even need to be involved. That gave him time to go off, get treatment and everything like that, while still allowing the rest of the cast and production crew that showed up, to still have something to do and not cancel everything. That way they could still put something out on the TV network and all that kind of stuff. And then he was supposed to return in what then became season 3. He actually did come back, if memory serves correct. He did come back to start filming that series, that season, and then his cancer came back again. And he, if I remember correctly, told like the director and the staff and everybody to find somebody else and continue telling that story. The guy that replaced him did a fine job. And as a matter of fact, he brought a new layer to that character. The original actor, Andy, was so intense in his portrayal. He was impulsive, he was angry, and had every reason to be. Well, by the time season 3 rolls around, you get into the actual, like, historical events of the Spartacus, of the historical Spartacus. And so he's more of a military leader than he is a gladiator. So he has to kind of be more strategic and think about what he's doing. And the guy, I think his name was Liam McIntyre. I could be mistaken on that, but the guy that replaced him in seasons 3 and 4 did a very good job at adding another layer. But it was just Andy did so good that it took a while to get used to that change. But once you do, seasons 3 and 4 are still very good. And anytime I watch something that is based on something historical, I always have to like research it to see how accurate it might be. Because Vikings was another TV show I thoroughly enjoyed, but the historical inaccuracy of that TV show irks my soul. There's so much of that show that is so wildly inaccurate. But because it was a History Channel show to boot, there's so many people that actually believe everything in that show was legit. Like Ragnar and Lagertha were like probably never even interacted with each other historically. Ragnar and Rollo are brothers in the series. They existed like 150 years apart from each other historically. So it's like there's so much wrong with that show, but it's still very good. But the Spartacus show, seasons 3 and 4 seem very good with, I guess, the source material. The major battles and conflicts and things of that nature that Spartacus and his forces were involved in against the Romans. I feel like with the minimal historical research I've done on that, seasons 3 and 4 seemed like they followed historical fact fairly decent. At least in the major plot points. Obviously, we don't know conversations and things of that nature, but plot points were done very well. Major historical battles and such. And seasons 1 and 2 were largely just written for good TV. But with that said, I've actually told Grim before that I think an Assassin's Creed game set in the Roman times with gladiators and shit like that, like even during the Third Servile War, which was the slave revolt led by Spartacus, an Assassin's Creed game during that time period, I feel like would be fucking lit. But anyway, now that we've gone off on that tangent and kind of brought it back to Assassin's Creed, we actually are going to Rome in the next game, but way later. I think Spartacus... Well, what's funny is that Assassin's Creed Origins takes place around 30 BC, and we actually see Julius Caesar in that game. So if there were to ever be an Assassin's Creed game in the Spartacus timeline, it would take place very, very shortly before Origins. So it'd be interesting to see how they could tie that together. But we are going to Italy in the next game, so we will be in Rome in the next game. So that'll be. I think there's. I'm like 90% sure Rome is in that game. It might be in Brotherhood actually, but either way, we're in Greater Italy. Come Wednesday. So on that note, I'm out of here. Lurk, thanks for hanging out. Grim, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you both for being here the whole time. And Lurk, I apologize. I did not give you a marathon today. Maybe the finale of Assassin's Creed 2 will be the marathon that you've been so asking for. But I will be in the Grim Gamers chat on Tuesday night at 11:30 for the conclusion of Mirror's Edge on the PS3. And then we'll be right back here on Wednesday for the beginning of Assassin's Creed 2. And then Thursday, the Grim Gamer will be playing The Legend of Zelda on the OG Nintendo. So with that being said, I'm out of here. All y'all stay suave.